But as I understand it, and this is according to the plan, the mainstream media will be returned to real news. That's every station, including all of your movie channels, XM radio, the whole 9 yards, will carry the announcement. At the time of the announcement, there will be an announcement as to what channel to go to learn about what has been done and to educate people according to what the difference is going to be. These are going to be basic
contact
commercials.
with inside the mainstream media in Los Angeles here who know nothing of this, and I'm starting to educate them. And I have a couple radio broadcasters that are interested in being involved in this.
Okay, tell them to send an email to freedomreigns.us and inform Deatra about it. She's coordinating the contact situation. Now, I'm coordinating directly. So
Great.
that wouldn't hurt. Any way that we can make sure that more people are informed is great.
All right, excellent. Thanks for all your great work. It's really appreciated, Jake.
You're welcome.
Thank you for calling in.
Okay, thank you.
Next caller, you're from the 405 area. Give us your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Marshall. I'm calling from Oklahoma. Thanks for taking my call. I just wanted to ask, what I'm concerned about is, I'm really excited to see all this. I'd love to see all these people actually, be exposed for all the crimes and stuff they've done. But what I'm worried about is our systems. Like we have a bill before Congress right now, just trying to reinforce the transformers and do that different kinds of things like that. And basically, with the Earth going through all the changes and stuff that'll probably go through this year, maybe, not Armageddon, but, just natural things that happen. Are there any plans or anything to, put security in place for, natural disasters and that sort of thing?
Most of what you're familiar with now is not going to change as much as you think in terms of that aspect of it. There's a combination of things to deal with this. One of those is that if there's sufficient manpower to fight a forest fire, you can stop it. If there's sufficient manpower to see to the needs of people that are caught in, say, a flood or an earthquake or tornadoes or something of this nature, hurricanes, whatever, you can assist people greatly. Now, with a little bit of experienced people in directive or coordinative positions, you then have carpenter crews, you have people that can actually facilitate building houses in a day. And I'm talking about something that's livable. So these things could have been and should have been addressed by these, quote, alphabet agencies that were supposed to be taking care of this. Now, everybody has heard about Katrina, and I suggest everybody take a look at that and look at it very carefully. Study it out. This is what you're up against. FEMA told the Walmart trucks with the loads of water to turn around and get out of there before they got to the city, before they got to the people that needed it. These kind of things will not be tolerated. There was disarmament during Katrina. That's another thing that has been stipulated, that anybody who does that is going to be held accountable in federal court, not local traffic ticket level, but federal court for violations of due process, among other things. And so the situation in terms of what's going to happen is going to be a different take on things people are not used to. You're not used to having that extra hand up. You're not used to people taking an honest interest in your condition. Further, you're not used to having the support of the population. In other words, somebody might not be informed. They may not have TV. They may not have a radio that they listen to. They may be very simple and very poor people. That does not necessarily mean that they're discardable. such as what we do with elderly people and people who are disabled presently. You're going to find that these people who have been neglected for so long are going to be integrated into society in terms of being put into a place or situation where they can use their God-given talents and be of a real benefit and use not only to society and everybody, but to themselves as well. The New Deal is going to be one that is considerably different from anything that has gone before it. And it has been planned that way. Now, these accounts have plannings that go with them, stipulations. Those stipulations are part of what this plan that our military came out with back around the Korean War in order to better direct the ship of state. Now, I'm going to suggest right now that the combination of the politics and ship of state is kind of sinking badly. They're going to use everything they can to make you think they're going to come get you. Trouble is, you got to have people to be able to do that, and they don't got it. They don't have the finances any longer. It's coming unglued, whether they like it or not. So you're liable to see troops go on patrol in a neighborhood just to scare the woolly boogers out of everybody. That don't necessarily mean that they're doing anything other than walking down the street in a patrol formation. They've been told not to do anything. 9 times out of 10, and this has been standard military conduct forever, in a populated area, suburban area, or small populated area where you got scattered houses in an area. Normally, if you go on such a patrol, you're ordered to make sure that your weapon is clear. That means it's not locked and loaded, and won't be, unless somebody decides that they're going to attack the military, which would be stupid in my considered opinion, but they just walk through the neighborhood. This is practice. Now, you got to remember, there are a load of bad guys out there. They got to know how to go get them. They also have to know how to maneuver in an urban setting and understand what to and what not to do, who to engage and who not to. These things have been addressed. So I wouldn't be overly concerned. Now, one of the videos making the rounds is, ooh, we got troops in our area. I did a little checking. Some of these videos that you're seeing are several years old. Now, that's they're regurgitating things to try to play games, and that's the way I see it. Next question.
All right.
Well,
no, you only get one question. I'm sorry. There's too many people calling in.
I was just going to say thanks. Thanks for answering my question.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, 707 area. Your question and where you're calling from and your name, please.
Hi, my name is Kathy from Lakeport, California, and I've done research for the last 3 years writing the book, and came across some investigators that believe that it's really true, and just wanted to bring it to your attention, and that is well, everyone knows that Bush was a Nazi. His family was Nazi, and that in the Hollow Earth there is supposedly a New Berlin with Nazis living, many Nazis living there. Some were brought from after World War II, and they've been populating down there. And I just wanted to make sure that you address that as a possible threat.
All of those things are well aware of in terms of the military. All of those things are also not only well known, but measures taken to control problems of that nature. So, yes, they have been addressed. Next question.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I got some questions from. Thank you for calling in. I have another person from 617, but please wait a second or a minute. I got some questions that's coming in the chat room hot and heavy. Can you clear up who Obama is, good guy or bad guy?
He might be a switcheroony.
Thank you. Drake mentioned the credit system would be brought to zero. What kind of effect, if any, will this have on e-commerce and purchasing item on the Internet?
You're not going to have any commerce for several days while all the accounts are zeroed out. After that, there will be an RV or revaluation of our economy. Next.
How would you feel about us regular people setting up a website with documented proof of crimes and a process listed for making citizens arrest?
Go for it.
Would this interfere with your program?
No. Go for it.
Wouldn't this take away another corner for them to hide in?
No. There's no place to hide. We have agreements with all the countries simply because most of them are involved with the new banking system already, and they don't like the cabal. They do not like the people that have done this to them. Basically, look at it this way. How would you feel if somebody came in and just basically raped your country, took everything of any value, and left? Now you get an idea as to why some people are so extraordinarily angry. Next one.
Wouldn't this take another corner away from them to hide in?
Absolutely.
What will happen to mutual funds?
Everything, as I said again, in terms of these values, will be zeroed out. There will be a revaluation. Small investors, and I do not mean large institutional type investors, will be compensated according to what they have invested. Most of the small people, to include business owners, etc., will not be hurt by this revaluation. It will be an augmentation. The reason being is that you're going from a debt instrument to an equity instrument, and you're going to get something similar to what would be called par value, or a sort of pretty much direct exchange. So you're going to end up making money just on the revaluation, similar to what everybody's looking at with the dinar. The thing with the dinar is that it is supposedly involved in this. So everybody gets to just hold their water and wait until things start popping. Next.
All right. Many have said that this is only happening in the United States. Would you please inform everyone for the 147th time that this is global?
Oh, my gosh. We have people,
Yes.
the ones who initially helped us and directed us to doing the states things, are working to put together what is needed to help other countries as well. It is being worked on. We're gathering enough people together so that those that helped us will be able to help people around the world.
And there's another part to that.
Okay.
And that is that Mr. Keenan has filed exactly the same paperwork against almost all of the central banking system. The central banking system is the privately owned company, corporation, however you want to look at it, of the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and Bushes. These are, quote, crooks, unquote. They have been stealing from everybody. And their time is coming to an end as these entities that give them their power are taken out from under them. So you can expect every country who has had problems with the IMF, International Monetary Fund for those who don't know the initials, and the Bank of International Settlements, and the Federal Reserve banks, you're going to have a rectification. That's what these collateral accounts are designed to do. They're designed to reset whole economies globally, all countries, all over the world. Next question.
Is there technology in place to neutralize the Fukushima problem?
Yes. This is part of the, oh, good grief, I forget what it is. They got a name for it. Here we go, I know I remember. It's called disclosure. Part of that has already started, and whether the nuclear abatement technology is a part of the initial outing of this, I'm not sure yet. I have not been informed as to exactly what all it entails. However, all of the suppressed technologies, advanced technologies, and things that Few people even have an idea